Saturday the 19th, and the masons were here, and I pretty much finished up. Notice on the left there, their concrete mixer's gone. So I'm standing right behind this, so I can see that I'm going to clear the block. But I know the bottom scissors are going to make it jump up. I'm just wanting to see how that works. And there, it sprayed a bunch of dust up in the air when it jumped up. I shouldn't have done that. Oh man, pieces of concrete block got down on those little bitty motors, just eat them up. And so I was working in some close proximity right here today. As you can see, block. One little touch of a prop, and down I go. You can see the slit drain on the outside of the front of the garage block run. Always got to be tempting to crash, don't I? And there's on over to the other side. It's been covered up with a little dirt to hold it against the block. Looks like they had to knock out a hole for a door out of the garage today, and then they had to patch up there where they had to knock the block out. And as I suspected, there are 2 runs of block on the front of the garage. Maybe there'd be at least 1. Right here, there's a dam in the foundation, and it drops down about a block's height. And there's 3 runs. That's just a little board they put in when they poured the foundations to have the different height of foundation there. Looks good. Put some mud on it, put a block on it, level it with a level. Let it sit a couple of days. It's pretty good stuff. This is that funky wall I noticed in the video yesterday after I flew. Again, we're working in proximity again today. Itching for another crash, aren't I? Pretty deep hole if it falls down in there. But there's that funky half wall, and they did a good job cutting the block and making it fit. Now the support piers all are in, and they seem to be 1.5 of block from the top of the block instead of even with the top of the block. It's all in what the blueprints call for. what kind of floor trusses and stuff's going to be set on top of them. I trust they have it correct. None of my business. Did tell the landlord I was going to do these videos and give him a time lapse at the end. They also kind of dug a little ditch around the four corners, four sides of the septic tank again. I don't know why the masons would do that, but they did it. Just kind of defined the four edges of the septic tank. It was kind of covered up. I understand them digging a ditch to it when they might be putting a hole in their block wall for a pipe to go to it, but whatever they want to do, it's not my house. There's 3 piers on the other side right there on the left. I'll get a little closer to them here, that they haven't done anything with. 3 little holes there, you sort of can see. That's about it. So they left 5 o'clock or so, towing their little concrete mixer behind them. I don't know if they're going to be back or not. Might be back near the end, might be back in the middle. They'll be back if they need it, and not if they're not. So, and of course I had to go fly the track hoe. I'm trying to get better and better at that. So you can see the 3 or 4 runs of block have been coated on the outside with waterproofing. That's all the way around. Now there was not any slit drain in on the right wall of the garage. You can see the front wall slit drain coming out there with an adapter on the end of it, but there's none in the ditch, the footing. And there's not a lot of dirt in the footing to hold in the slit drain that's not there. Again, you can see the waterproofing. About 3 runs, just depends on what the dirt grade's supposed to be at the end. No slit drain in this. And we do have slit drain all the way down that side, all the way around the rest of the building to that right side of the garage. Looks like some of the wood's been moved. It was even. Maybe they moved one piece on top of the left side. I have to go back and look at my videos from the previous days. None of it's on the top of the block. I assumed that was the bottom plate, but I didn't think the masons really were going to put it in. I guess it just got delivered. Maybe the masons paid for it. So here's a little slit drain over here. I don't know if it's enough to do the rest of the project, and I don't think they have any connectors for where the foundation changes grade. But I looked that stuff up from the label that was on it, and that stuff can flow 150 gallons per minute. That'd almost keep your house dry in a flood. 35-gallon water buckets of water per minute. That's just... Oh well. Wasn't very windy at all today. The whole flight was much better. I'm sorry I don't have any crashes for you today, but there's going to be days like that. It's not on the ground yet either, so we still have a chance here. I think 2 crashes the past 2 days, at least 2 yesterday is enough. Thank y'all.